Ooh, that's D-Rob.
Good morning, noon, and night, wherever you are around the world. You're tuning in to Listen Up Millennials with Tasha T and D Rob, where curiosity killed the cat twice, and the struggles of life are the struggles of life. It is December 18th, 2020, the end of the COVID year. What's going on? What's going on? We here with you live. Our first podcast with Listen Up Millennials, man. First podcast, man. How you feel about that, Tasha? First podcast.
I'm excited.
That we created.
I'm excited.
We here now.
We are, finally.
We here now.
This started off in a parking lot.
Yeah, how did it start? In the parking lot.
In a parking lot. We just had the conversation and I was like, millennials. And then we were like, let's do this. And then here we are.
But at first I was a little hesitant about it.
Why?
I don't know. I just was hesitant. And I had to get back to you about it.
You did.
I got back to you.
It took you a while, but you got back.
Yeah.
It took you a while. It's okay.
And we just took off from right there. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we talk about millennials, but why create this podcast? Why create this podcast for millennials? Like,
because there's nothing out there really for us.
True that. So what you feel like is out there?
For the generation after us and the generation before us, I mean, the generation after us, they're killing the game. Entrepreneurship, I mean.
You're right. But yeah, you're right. I don't think we have a platform.
We don't.
We don't have a real serious platform.
We don't.
Or at least enough to, still be heard because, the politics, politicians, they're going to be heard and they're old. You know what I'm saying? They're old.
They're ancient, but okay.
But they're going to be heard and we're in the middle. So where's our voice, And then of course it's a lot of people that's like silent, but it's nothing wrong with, getting some topics from them, some of their concerns and stuff like that.
Some of their concerns, but we have a lot of our own concerns though.
Right.
Millennials, we struggle a lot mentally, and I think a lot of it has to do with us being in the middle of the old generation and in the transition of technology.
We got to clear something up though, because this word millennials, I think it got misconstrued. It got mislabeled. Those of you that don't know, millennials are from the year 1995 to 1981. So if you're between 26 years old to about 39, you are a millennial. So these newer generations that they don't want to go out and actually finish their school, or they just want to go and make a YouTube channel,
have a basic conversation like how we're doing right now.
True that. They don't have the certain work ethics. They don't have skill sets. They're still staying at home
and
with their parents.
And they can't write cursive. Like, how do you not know how to write cursive?
This is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22,
Nothing
25
against
and
you.
down. 25 and down.
Nothing against you. I mean, kudos to you. You guys have an amazing skill set of technology. But I'm talking about grammar skills, a basic email, none of that. But again, that doesn't matter anymore, does it?
Yeah, I mean, we grew up different. They were very fortunate. They were very fortunate. And
spoiled is more like it.
Okay. Spoiled, but they're very fortunate compared to all the other generations, and I think we got the opportunity.
Easy.
But we also got the opportunity for Generation X, which is above us, 40 years old and about to 50 something. They're ones that we can see some of their mistakes. They're ones that's gonna let us know, like, hey man, you shouldn't do this, man. Like, but it's down the line that we're hearing about it. If somebody would have told us certain things back then that we don't know, or that we know now, we would have lived our life differently.
This is true. I mean, I don't give or take. They did teach us, the basics of being a good person, morale, responsibilities, the importance of an education, but it just doesn't stop there.
But I think they was also getting that embedded into them from the baby boomer generation. You got to understand something. There was a lot of resistance. if you was a minority, and we're not just singling out African Americans, it doesn't matter who you are, you know, it was tough out there. So it's like in order for you to get a good job, you needed to have the knowledge, you need to have the skill set, you know, education. You needed to build your education. And they always stress, get an education, get an education, get an education, get an education. So all they know is, hey, brothers and sisters, get an education. Younger cousins, get an education, you know? And we were them. We were those millennials that they were trying to feed that into.
We were, but one thing that never changed is having skills was important. Because they addressed the importance of education, they never broke down having a set skill and always upgrading your skill and always learning something new. Now, education is not as important as it used to be. Now it's all about what do you know, what can you do, what can you bring to the table, which is a lot of skill sets that you need to learn now as a millennial.
Yeah, I felt like that was left out, and you didn't really know that because
left out. It wasn't brought up at all.
I mean, until we get into it, we realize now that, man, it was some hands-on stuff that we needed to know. The
4 years later.
Yeah, but the only people that had that hands-on, you know, experience was like doctors, and if you're an officer of the law, you get that hands-on experience because you need that. And everyone else, you know, you don't get that hands-on experience for people that, you know, do administrative work. You just need to know how to work a computer in school, and then you get thrown in there. You
Correct.
know, phone calls. Who teaches you how to answer something as typical and as little as that? You know, you don't learn those skill sets until you get in there. And I think that's the barrier when people come out of college with certain degrees.
Yes, that is the barrier when you come out of college with certain degrees. I mean, you come out, you're graduating, you feel top of the world, and you feel like I'm going to go out there and I'm going to conquer the world.
Yeah.
Just to find out, no, sweetheart, that's not how it works right now. That's not how it works right now. You need X, Y, and Z experience. You need X, Y, and Z skills. Well, how do you get these skills if I can't get hired?
True.
See, this is where the misconnect happens between baby boomers and millennials, and I hope us.
But that's far off though. I mean, you got the Gen X right between that, you know. But remember, the baby boomers, man. We're talking about our parents and some people's grandparents. Mm-hmm. Like they lived in a different, you know, era where they had to struggle. You still had their prejudice. You still had racism. Yeah, but a lot of their skill sets was blue collar work.
You're right. But what about the bakers? You had your bakers. You had the mom who knew how to make, you know, that bomb chicken soup, or you had that dad who was a great baker. You ever seen that movie, The Help? No, I've heard about it though.
Okay, those ladies on there, you know, that it comes from there, you know, baby boomers, that's in that generation, and maybe even older, as a matter of fact, because I think I was speaking to my dad one day, and he was telling me how he used to see stuff like that for real, you know, and that's one of the reasons why he didn't want to watch that movie, because it brought back memories. People actually used to, you know, work at homes, you know, as maids and as the help. And those ladies knew how to cook. But a lot of that stuff is that hands-on, in the field, blue-collar work. But I believe our parents and our grandparents was trying to set us up for not just the blue-collar, but the white-collar work. Like, we can do that too, you know? But how could we even get there? You know, other people were very fortunate where when they went to school, they had that avenue where they can go straight into that white-collar job. You know, they had the skill set, and they also had the knowledge. But remember,
shout out to the 80s babies, because it was good for them when they graduated.
True that. And you see, you know, once they're able to get to that level, then, you know, they'll be able to see something, you know, better for themselves. But then we got to learn that stuff too. How are we going to learn that stuff? We got to go to school. We got to go to college, you know, and that was a struggle back then, you know, education, trying to get minorities educated.
Right. Education. But that's the thing. Education is just a part of it.
Is it overrated?
Very overrated.
How so?
Well, I, for one, have 4 degrees. So I can tell you.
4 degrees.
Yes,
all right, go ahead. What's your 4 degrees? Spit it to me.
Okay, so I have 2 bachelors of arts, 1 in criminal justice, 1 in communication arts.
1, 2. Okay.
I have a master's of science in management, and I have a food certification in professional manager for food. That's like with the temperatures and
okay.
chicken
So then,
on top of beef type thing.
So then you could work in a restaurant as a manager.
Yeah, you can. But here's the thing. They want you to start off as the little dog making $9 an hour. But I have student loans that are like over 100K. How am I supposed to pay these people back?
And nobody told you.
See, no, nobody told me this. Everybody was like, education is the key. And with your degrees, you could be anything and do everything. And that wasn't the case.
So you went to school. You got all of these degrees.
Graduated top of my class.
But no
ounce GPA.
No ounce of job experience.
None.
And so what's so crazy is that even while we were in school, while we were in college, a lot of these jobs and these career opportunities, when they posted their applications, they always said this many years of experience in
Correct.
this. But that's where you got internships though.
Correct. That's what I was going to say. This is where internships come into play. But the problem is with an internship is you only get like 3 months. So you only get like 4 months, however long the semester is. And then they send you out on your married way, or they bless you with an opportunity here and there. But that's not for everybody.
You know what? On behalf of the education system, I can't even blame it on the education system. It's just, I guess that means you really have to figure out what you want to do.
Yeah.
Because what purpose did it serve for you to go and get 4 degrees?
Well, the baby boomer generation. My mother, shout out to her. I love her. And my dad told me that in order to make it in this country, I need to have my degree.
And your education, right? What nationality are you?
My parents are Haitian, but I was
You know
born
what?
and
I
raised in
heard
Miami.
about that. You don't know how many times I've heard about, Haitian parents always saying education, 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 education. I've heard that a lot.
School.
Yeah, go to school. But they're not wrong because a lot of them they lacked,
They lack knowledge.
Lack knowledge. So they want their child to be better than them. They want their children to be better than them. So I can't blame them for pressing you or pushing you. I
can blame them.
But what I want to ask, and I'm not going to blame you for it, but what I want to ask is why go for 4 degrees? Is it something that you were looking into? Or is it something that you were already touching on the surface, maybe in high school? Because people, they did some slight nursing. They were in like nursing programs in high school. So it was easy for them to transition and know exactly what they want to do. But with you, I see 4 different degrees. You said criminal justice.
Communication arts.
Communication of arts.
Masters of Science and Management.
Man,
I'm all over the place.
Exactly.
But let me break this down to you this way. So you go to college, you're 18, you graduate from high school, everyone's excited to go into college. You go into college thinking, you know what, I want to do this with my life. This is my passion. So communication arts, because I wanted to do television and radio. So that's when I was like, okay, I'm going to go get a 4-year degree in communication, right? I ended up finding that I love criminal justice. So I was like, okay, I'm going to double major in this, and then I'll be set and off with the world. Little to find out, by the time Tasha T was 21, there were no job opportunities for her. Radio was a slim industry.
Dang.
Television was impossible. So
what I got from that, especially anybody that's, still in school or going back to school or ones that's graduating high school, about to go to college, do your research. You know what I mean? And I'm only saying that, and it's nothing to throw shots at Tasha
you are
T.
throwing shots, because let me tell you
saying,
something.
What I'm saying? No, I'm not throwing shots. I'm gonna tell you why.
Shots fired.
Okay, well, make sure you have your vest on. But what I'm saying is that when I was at my high school, we had 1 advisor for over 600 plus students. 1 advisor. When you go to college, they have a lot more advisors. So this advisor was just trying to get people in school. That's all they were trying to do.
Because that's what they get paid to do.
But what I'm saying is that you can't just get a kid in school. Maybe a kid would be better off doing a trade. Maybe they were in the automotive program in high school.
You're right,
and they can do that.
You're talking about an 18-year-old with a dream.
But what I'm also saying is that it's also important for them to look at what they want to go into. If you want to go into criminal justice, and it's not hard to see where criminal justice can take you. But when you look up criminal justice,
nowhere.
As a matter of fact, I've taken multiple classes at Miami-Dade. I'm gonna tell you what's so amazing about what you can find on their site. When you look into their certification program, they show you a list of classes that you're taking, and underneath those list of classes, they show you potential jobs for the classes that you're taking. You know, once you accumulate the credits, you know, you see, once I have the knowledge of this, and this, I can be a manager for this. I can be a data analyst for this. I could be an officer of this.
You're talking about that beautiful college brochure. Yes, they all have them, even at St. Thomas.
But what I'm saying is that at least you'll know what to pursue. You know, we didn't have that kind of knowledge. So I'm saying it out there now. You know, if you haven't heard from someone, make sure you do your research at what jobs you probably can get, because I know people with art degrees. And if they don't get an art degree with education, they can't go out there and be a art teacher. But it's just
like this one girl who got a bachelor's degree in classics, Greek mythology. What are you supposed to do with that?
Question mark. But that's what I'm trying to say. Maybe she needs to go into science, right? And then you blend it in, and maybe she could, I don't know, travel the world and go to different places.
But the thing is, you got to remember, when I went into college, I was 18. So here I am, you know, just graduating high school, watching television, listening to radio. And I'm like, I could do this. I could really be on radio, and I could really be on television. Not thinking of doing research. It's more of, oh my gosh, this is my dream. This is what I want to do.
Exactly.
But then that reality hits in graduation, the day after graduation, when you're sitting at home and you're putting applications in, and you realize 5 months, 6 months, 8 months, a year later, you're not getting any callbacks.
See? You see?
That's when it hits in. You're not getting any callbacks. All they're telling you is you need X amount of experience to do this, that, and the other. Yeah. So what ended up happening? You got to call a friend of yours who maybe has an opportunity to put in a word for you. If that's the case, there was no point of me going to get a 4-year degree.
It's crazy because I thought that we were the microwave generation. You know, maybe some of us.
Break that down to me. What do you mean by microwave generation?
Okay, so I want to say that maybe the tail end of the millennials. Because you want something fast, microwave. You know, you don't want to sit there and wait for it. Like macaroni and cheese, you got to wait for that thing. It's cooking in the oven, and it's going to be real good when you get it, but you got to wait longer than after it's cooked. All you got to do is put it in the microwave, and you get it in 30 seconds.
And it's not all that great.
And I believe that the generation coming in, that's what they want. I mean, I know a lot of them, and I've seen a lot of them, whether they're on social media or something. You know, they drop out of school fast because they making bucks doing this, and they're making bucks doing that. And I can't blame them. They're making a lot of money doing what they're doing, whether it's their own business, whether it's their YouTube channel, Instagram, they models, they whatever. But I know there's millennials out there that's working hard. You know what I mean?
Let me know what degrees they have while you're at it.
But then I also want to tell you this, like, you worked hard at getting your education. But I think it's a matter of
more like sleepless nights. Lots of sleepless nights, lots of stress, graduating top of my class, taking all of these exams just for an employer to tell me that they're going to pay me $10.
I think as hard as it would have been, it's like you got to find your niche in that and then capitalize. I'm going to tell you why, because it's so many people I know that their passion, like you said, their dream, it took them a while. I have to bring this person up, you know what I'm saying, because I grew up with them. Those of you that don't know, D-Rob used to be a part of a little dance group, right? A dance group.
You used to dance?
I'm not gonna disclose the name.
Wait a minute. You used to dance?
Yeah, I did. I used to try to do my little Chris Brown, You Got Served type stuff.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. But you know, I do got to give this man a shout out because I got to see this guy grow. And the cool thing is that I got to see him grow, you know, at his infancy stage when, you know, people didn't know him like they kind of know him now. Yeah. So me and this young man, we was dancing. His name is Cortland Brown. But I call him CJ. Man, we were dancing when we were younger. This man loved dancing. I mean,
that's
Tasha,
his passion.
This man loved dancing. I mean, he would put together routines. we'll have a joint effort at putting together routines, but this man had a passion for choreographing, for dancing, and he put energy every single time he performed. When we ever had to do a dry run, like this man did his thing, right? Mm-hmm. So he wanted, of course, to pursue what he loved,
which is dancing.
A lot of people don't do that because they feel like, man, what can I really get out of this?
Because you can't pay FPL with the dream. You can't pay your rent based off of something that you love. So this is what happens.
Well, let me go ahead and change that, because I think it's all about your hard work and your dedication. So I seen this dude, he traveled to Georgia. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if it was Atlanta, but I know he was in Georgia. And, I wasn't huge at always going on social media because, I got a life too. So I gotta make my money. But every time I would go on, I would see him, posting videos of dancing. He'll be at some venue dancing. He put together a crew where he was choreographing dance moves and dancing. And he started to grow from creating routines and dancing at these, I don't know if they were venues, clubs, lounges, to where he started making videos, and it was cool videos of like popular songs. I guess he had a great editor. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he edited his own stuff.
Shout out.
Because he edited his own music.
Jack of all trades.
You know what I mean? And he started doing it.
Man, the game.
I'm gonna put a time frame on this, okay?
Okay.
Now I graduated high school in 2009.
Class of 2009, shout out. Woohoo!
Okay. He graduated class of 10. Right behind.
10?
Yeah. Right behind. All right.
10?
Listen, don't knock him.
I'm sorry, but
okay. we know it's something special about 2009.
Always.
And I got to shout out 2005 too, but we're not even gonna get into the years right now. That's something different. But he graduated 2010, right? How many years has it been?
I'm horrible with math, so I'm gonna assume this is 2020. So it's been 10 years. D-Rob knows I'm horrible in math. Don't ask me.
All right, so check this out. It's been 10 years, right? This man has been
this long?
For him. It has been 10 years.
So it's been 11 years for us.
Indeed. And he has been pressing, just doing his music thing.
Okay.
So if you followed him, you would know that he got an opportunity to choreograph for an NBA cheer squad.
That's amazing.
You know what I'm saying? A dance squad, right? He got an opportunity to do that. He got an opportunity to choreograph for certain artists.
Okay.
Music videos. One of the biggest ones that he also did was for Doja Cat for the VMA.
Okay.
And I think he's working on some other stuff. I'm not sure if he choreographed a certain dance part for Nicki and her dancers. But all I know is he's been choreographing, right? He's been reaping all of what he's been sowing. But how long
did it take him?
But that's the thing about a dream and passion, Tasha. That's why I would never tell somebody just go in college and study and whatever. If you're not feeling that, that's not your dream. You're not gonna put 10 years of blood, sweat, and tears. This man put 10 years of blood, sweat, and tears, and that's what I mean. It's nothing wrong with going into college, but it's like if you need to find what you're going to be passionate about, because that's the only thing that's going to keep you throughout those 10 years, and you're going to continue to do what you got to do.
But then you also got to understand that passion sometimes isn't enough, because what if you can't afford to put 10 years in? Circumstances happen, situations come up that you just can't afford to put all your eggs in one basket.
If you want to do something, you'll make time to do it.
You'll make time to do it.
If you want to do something.
What if you don't have the time?
Tasha,
D-Rob,
you want to talk about time here?
D-Rob, yes, let's talk about time.
All right, so guys, I'm glad we're sitting here together. You know what I'm saying? Tasha T and D-Rob finally recording. But I felt like there were so many obstacles trying to prevent us to come together and record.
Agree.
And it came down to me telling Tasha, if this is something that she wants to do, she'll make time for it.
Don't throw shade. I can hear it.
You hear it?
I can hear the shade.
You're sitting in the corner right now, so there's a lot of shade over there. So I don't even have to throw no shade. But what I'm trying to say is, that's gonna wake you up. That's gonna push you. Even if he has to work.
So what am I supposed to pay FPL with?
But what I'm saying is that, granted, I'm pretty sure my boy CJ worked the job because he had his own apartment.
But that's what I'm saying.
But guess what? His passion, he still choreographed dances. He still made time to be in the studio and dance. He was even choreographing studio sessions. He was one of the teachers. He came down here to South Florida and did the same thing. This man is his own promoter. He don't need nobody else. When you have that much passion,
one-man show.
But when you have that much passion about what you love, you're not going to sit up here and say, man, I can't do this until I have a promoter. I can't do this until I have a sound guy. I can't do this. No, you're going to go do it yourself. And I knew from the beginning stages that he knew how to chop up music. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And just seeing him later on, I knew he knew how to, promote. And what's crazy is that he has brothers that can help him do this. Mm-hmm. But he's not the one to be like, bro, I need all your help. I need all your help. He's just going to go do it.
Okay.
And then they see his brother. They're going to shout out his brother. They're going to promote the brother just because that's fam and he's doing what he's doing.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that his passion didn't limit him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't wait on family. He didn't wait on friends. He didn't wait on other opportunity. He just did it and was like, if I keep doing it, a door is going to open. A door is going to open. And I know one of his dreams, if
strong will is what I like to call that. Because sometimes, Lord knows, it's not an easy journey. It's a tough journey.
Yeah.
It's a tough journey.
And he went through, I'm pretty sure he went through some stuff. I'm pretty sure he went through some stuff. But he stayed consistent.
Consistency is the key.
You know what I'm saying? So, Tasha,
I've been
I know
staying consistent. Where are my results at? I've been consistent. But where are my results?
Okay. Do you feel like you've had opportunity? Do you feel like no, it's not describe.
Describe opportunity. I mean, $14 an hour is an opportunity. Yes, I've had some things come across my way, but I have to know my worth.
I totally understand that, but I don't want us to miss over the question. Do you still get opportunity?
Dun, dun, dun.
Or is there opportunity still out there for you?
I don't know. I can't.
You don't know.
I don't know.
I know there's still opportunity.
Well, see, D-Rob, this is why you're my voice of reason.
Oh, gosh. Here we go.
This is why you are my voice of reason.
Guys, for some apparent reason, I'm her voice of reason.
He surely is. On my phone, his name is saved as D-Rob, Tasha T, voice of reason.
Oh
he sure
gosh.
is.
You
very wise man.
Listen, Tasha, you got a lot to offer. I'm pretty sure there is a lot of opportunity out there. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of missed opportunity.
There is. But the ones that are missed, we're trying to pay me $14 so they can stay missed.
Guys, Tasha doesn't believe, in
humble beginnings in his words. But it's been, like he said, 11 years for us. So how many more humble beginnings do I need?
Okay, I want to ask the people a question. Like, at what age do you feel like you should be there?
26.
What? 26? You're just getting out of college. You're just hitting the real world.
First of all, I graduated at 21, sir. I got my master's at 23.
But what I'm saying, let's really do the math. If we technically do the correct math.
But I'm not good at math.
But you're getting out of high school, and between 18 and 19, you're in your first year of college.
17.
I'm not talking about you.
I'm just saying.
The average, Tasha.
17, 18. Who's graduating high school at 19?
I didn't say high school at 19. I said between 18 and 19, you're in college, your first year of college.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So between 19 and 20, you're in your second, 2021, 22, 23. Right? Mm-hmm. So let's even cap it at 24, you're out of college. Now, if you decide to go back and get another degree and get a master's, you're in school for another, 2 years, right?
1.
Now, the reason why I say 25, 26 is you're just hitting the real world is 1. If you were staying at home with your parents, you're no longer on their insurance.
Shout out to those. Listen, shout out to those who are still at home with your parents. Smart decision because rent ain't cheap. So stay home, millennials. If they ain't kicking you out and your room's still there, stay
Listen,
home.
I was telling my homies a while back. I'm like, hey, listen, as long as you home, you need to stack up on your cheddar. If you ain't forced to pay nothing, stack up on your cheddar.
Where's the lie?
If you ain't got to fill the house up with groceries, stack up on your cheddar.
Where's the lie?
You know what I'm saying?
Drop it right there into the savings, okay?
I'm
Add
so
them
sick.
zeros to the savings account. Not zeros.
So by the time they get about 30 something and they decide to be on their own, they got a large savings account.
Which is true. There's this quote that's going around on Instagram. I don't know if you've seen it. Maybe not. But it's saying, you know, right now thinking about my 30s and how I don't want to go in my 30s not having anything.
Yeah.
So, see, there is a time limit. Because I'm knocking 30. I'm not there yet. I'm knocking.
But I think really, you have to really think about it. You got to really sit down. You just have to see what have you developed during that time frame.
True.
And the thing is I think a lot of times we forget to look at certain things that we've either accomplished or developed and take the moment to really appreciate it. I feel like we have, 1 minute appreciations for things that are going to be in our life for a lifetime.
Shade. But here's the question though. What is your definition of accomplishment? For me, it's paper. It's
Okay,
paper
no.
and
Okay,
career.
wait. All right. What's the meaning of a goal and a target? No, what's the meaning of accomplishment? When you accomplish something, what's that meaning? What does that mean?
That you accomplish something that you set for yourself as a goal.
So it's a target that you reach in or a goal that you reached, and once you reached it, you accomplished it. So
Right.
accomplishments. All right, so check this out. You wanted a child.
I did.
You've been through rough patches with that.
Yep. Very rough patches.
Do you have a child?
I do. My 10-month-old.
See?
The love of my life, Niall.
Those kind of things that come your way, they don't deserve a 1 minute appreciation.
So you're trying to say appreciate all the things?
What I'm saying is that you have to take time, because this is the thing. A lot of people, they lose interest, they lose tenacity towards certain goals because they feel like they've been waiting too long, so long, and it's like, take the time to just go back and see what you've accomplished, appreciate that, and know that you can reach it because you've already reached the past ones. So,
I get that. I completely understand that. But then it comes with a frustration. It's like you did everything that you were supposed to do. You went to school like your baby boomer parents told you to. You graduated top of your class like you were instructed to do so. You got a degree like you were instructed to do so. You interned you did internships, which is what your professors told you to do, right? Then you fixed your resume, which is what your guidance counselor told you to do. So you basically did every single thing that was told by your parents, your guidance counselors, your teachers to be successful. And you're still not at that career that you hoped and you planned that you would be. So it's more of you get frustrated and you're tired. Like the frustration is just there.
I mean, but now I have to speak for those that have not finished college.
Don't.
I have not finished college.
Don't. You don't need it.
That doesn't mean I'm not taking classes. Like, yes, like you said, circumstances prevent you to do certain things.
Correct.
But I didn't let it stop me. So I've still been taking classes and gradually adding up those.
Yeah, but you're taking
credits.
classes that make sense, D-Rob.
But remember what I told you? I got the opportunity to sit down and realize, okay, is this something I want to do? If so, what are the classes I need to take? And I'm going to go full force at them.
See, that was a smart move.
But that's why we had
that choice.
But that's why we got to spit the knowledge out there now to the ones that's in school now.
Well, this was the purpose.
Because I'm still
seeing. Listen up.
I'm still seeing some people, some millennials graduating now. They didn't graduate the year that they were quote unquote intended to graduate after high school and then after college. They're graduating now. Am I faulting them for graduating 6 years after? No, they graduated. They got the degree. Correct. But look how long it took. Nothing stopped them.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So I've seen people graduate no matter how long it took. 2009, I think we were supposed to graduate 2013.
I did.
But guess what? There's some people that's graduating this year that should have graduated back then. So I don't think there's really a limit to it. I think once you figure out what you really, really, really want to do, it's easier for you to just go full force at it.
But then here's the thing. At this point in my life, at this age in my life, for my whole, family, I have to figure out what's going to bring in the money. So now I can't even be like, oh, I love to cook. Let me go be a chef. No, it's more like, okay, this is popping right now. Well, let me get this degree for this time being just so I can bring in the money. And then on my spare time, work on my dream. That is my mindset. And I know that's the mindset of quite a few millennials. If I'm wrong, don't kill me. But I'm just saying.
But there's some people that's out there that's, let's put it this way. It's pretty challenging for them in the educational world. In the education world. I'm going to tell you. There's people that have not, they just graduated high school and they barely got out of that. So to put them back into another system again, they're like dreading it. So they're out here getting 9-to-5 jobs, trying to make ends meet.
Right.
I know people that's literally making $20,000 a year. And they're on the older side of the millennials.
But that's like, how do you survive off of that?
But you gotta find a way and make a way, but you cannot stop striving to where you want to be at. Is
and
what
you're
I'm saying.
absolutely right.
And guess what? Circumstances hit this person. Now, I'm not going to disclose all of the people that I know. I'm not going to disclose their name and their story. That's their story. And maybe we'll have the opportunity.
He's not going to tell us the tea, you guys. He's not going to tell us the tea.
But no, what I'm saying is that maybe we'll have an opportunity for them to come on the podcast and just kind of spit their story to us. Because I know personally that, they struggle. And it's like, I'm younger than them. I'm out of high school, and I'm still taking college courses. So technically, I haven't even graduated.
But you hear what you're saying.
But
you're
I'm
taking college courses.
But what I'm saying is I haven't graduated yet. Yeah, I don't have the paper like you got the paper, right?
You want them? I'm selling them.
So I bet
you I
use them the right way.
I have 3 degrees for sale. Okay. If you want them, just hit me up, and I'll sell them to you.
She'll sell them to you. You hear that? I mean, but I feel like I started at a low level. Heck, I was working at Winn-Dixie while I was in college, my first couple years of college.
Yeah.
I was working at Winn-Dixie getting paid $8. Matter of fact, I started off with $7.25.
But you ended up becoming management. That's how we met.
Okay, so check this out, though. Let's look at the years upon that. Let's look at the span. I started Winn-Dixie in 2011.
Okay, well, here's the thing, though. Even though you started Winn-Dixie, you were able to obtain skills that landed you not 1, but 2 management positions, which goes to show that skill set is
3.
the key.
But what I'm saying is that while
3 management positions.
But what I was trying to say is that it's nothing wrong with having a job while you were in college. My sister did it.
Absolutely
My brother was doing it while he was up in Tally. It's a struggle with us trying to get our degree, but at the same time, we built the skill set behind that. So don't think that just because you coming out of college with your 2 degrees that you don't need to develop skills. Where are you gonna get them from, Tasha? Now, here we go. I'm gonna go back in time and go tell the
21-year-old me that.
Here we go. I'm gonna ask you a question, Tasha.
Okay.
If you was a CEO of a company, right, and you needed somebody to do your books, and you got somebody that has been certified, they took the classes, just the certification, right?
Okay.
And they've been doing it for like 7 years for different companies.
All right.
Right? And then you get someone fresh out of school with a master's in engineering, accounting,
I see where he's
any
going with
form
this.
of mathematics. They know everything.
I see where
they
he's
know
going with this.
they know the Pythagorean theorem, if that's even math. I don't know. Science, something.
Algebra 5.
Something. They know science, they know math, they know everything, right?
Mm-hmm. I see where you're going with this.
Who are you going with?
Who am I going with?
You don't have a degree in this. You're just the CEO. So you can't sit up here and train them. They need to know what they're supposed to do coming in. So who would you choose? Would you choose the 6-year?
I'm hiring both of them.
Oh, yeah. Listen, if I had the salary to, I would.
I'm hiring both of them. No. But I agree. I am going to hire the one with the experience. Okay.
And guys, people, that's pretty much what we have to do. We have to gain skill sets.
We have to gain skill sets. Okay. So I would tell anyone out there, gain your skill set, then maybe go back and get a degree. That's what my sister did. My sister quit her 6-figure salary job.
Okay.
To go back to school because she wasn't happy. Making 6 figures. Yes, she's a millennial.
Okay. Wait, how old are you, Tasha?
Why you got to put me out like that?
I just want to know a little bit. Matter of fact, the people want to know a little bit about you. Just a little bit. Just a teeny weeny.
I am 29 and I am a millennial.
Don't worry. I'm 30 and I'm a millennial. See? So we right there.
Wait, you're 30?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm 30.
Does it hurt? I heard it hurts.
No, actually, you know what? I thought I loved being 25, just staying 25.
No, 27 is the best age.
27, I'm not gonna lie, that was on point because it was like you still had your youth, like you
Correct.
felt young,
You was youthful,
but you still was like, yo, I'm older. Like, come on,
Yeah.
like you got to treat me like an adult here.
Correct.
But 30, you know, you feel like you're up on you have a one up on somebody. You feel like you have a one up on somebody. But yeah, we're millennials.
We're millennials. And we're here to educate and tell you guys the tea.
Exactly, man. So if you have any, you know, if you want to be a part of the Listen Up Millennial crew, and you just want to support us, give us, you know, your topics, your feedback, your comments. We're not biased. You know, even
he's speaking for himself because I'm biased.
Okay, but even if you are, we want to hear from you because
I'm kidding.
We know there's some people that say otherwise on certain things, and we just want to indulge in that because you know. You have to be thinking a certain way in order to come up with certain responses and
Correct.
And you know, your certain feelings. And so we want to, you know, appreciate all of your comments, and we also want to consider, you know, all of your comments as well. So if you wanna follow us, Listen Up Millennials, we have a page on Facebook. You go on our Facebook, you'll probably find links to our YouTube, our Spotify. And, you know, we'll be building up other social platforms, so you'll be able to click on those links from the Facebook page.
Watch
Listen
out
Up
for
Millennials. You can also, you know, if you want to add me, Darius the Great Robinson, you can find
Wait a minute.
You can find the Millennials page on there.
Darius the Great. Ooh, y'all hear that? That's a millennial right there, honey.
Oh, jeez.
Darius the Great. See,
So what's your name? What's your name on
Darius
Facebook?
My name on Facebook is Natasha.
That's it?
That's
Natasha?
it. Natasha Janvier. That's it.
Natasha Janvier. That's Janvier, right?
But, yep.
Ooh, wow. I could spell.
No. But Darius the Great, that's power in that name.
Oh, my jeez. But we just telling you that platform, our social media. So if you're trying to find our Listen Up Millennials page, you can find it through there. We'll just kind of keep our invitations going out to our friends and family who's going to support us as well. And just feel free to support us, you know?
Feel free
to support us. Yes. This is the end of the COVID year.
Finally.
We're going to go into the new year with big things, greater things.
2021.
Give us some juicy topics to talk about, man. You know, hey, feel free, you know?
Shout out to our supporters.
Yes.
Out there.
You know, the young and the wise. That's how you got to say it. You got to say the young and the wise.
The young and the wise.
Or you can say seasoned.
I mean, they weren't that wise.
You can say, listen, there's a lot of wisdom. You got to understand, people gain wisdom through their experiences. So even if they weren't wise when they made crazy decisions.
Baby boomers.
By now,
yeah, that's why they were called the baby boomers, sitting here having all these children.
Oh, God. Well, they had you.
They're having all these children.
They had you.
I know. 1 out of 12, okay?
Oh, my gosh. Okay, Brady Bunch. This girl here.
Since Darius calls me the baby.
Oh, jeez.
When.
She is, man. Before we get off, man, Tasha was crying because she wanted some doggone pizza.
Because he didn't feed me, y'all. Want me to sit
I'm
up
trying
here
to do the
talking,
setup.
no
I'm
food.
trying to do all of the set. I'm trying to do the setup.
He had a whole
and you
hour.
crying for some doggone pizza.
He
She's
had
like,
a whole hour.
fix my mic.
Minutes.
Fix my mic. Then the moment I fix your mic, you talk about something. Order the pizza. Order the
Yes,
pizza. I said, which one do you want me to do? You want me to order the pizza? Or you want to fix my mic?
This should be another topic because men can't multitask. But we're gonna leave that
you know
for our
what?
next.
Yeah, because we ain't even gonna talk about that. Ooh, you wrong for that.
Because he could not
You
multitask.
wrong for that. Question though, did you enjoy the pizza? Case closed.
Wait, I did, but the marinara it was missing.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Listen Up Millennials with Tasha T and D Rob. Keep on listening. Have a great day. Bloopers.
Why are you laughing at me?
Because of how you looking, man.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about something.
Okay.
Wait, so if we touch this.
Make a sound. Test 1 2. Test your mic.
Bananas.
So silly.
Bananas. I are baboon.